Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. Okay, I have done research. I have researched what, well, by which I mean I spent 5 seconds on the internet because I was afraid of going any further in case of spoilers. I went on the internet and I found out about the greenhouse. The greenhouse is locked, but it is openable. To open it, you need a security override. And to get that, you need to hack into some kind of communications tower. Which confuses me, because I haven't seen any. I've seen some communication relays. I have not, however, seen a communications tower. And all that I know about this tower is that it is at the peak of Island Delta. Which doesn't exactly help me, but I guess it helps me a little bit. So we're looking for a great big tower on top of an island somewhere. See, there's this kind of thing, but this is just a relay, this isn't a tower. I know we did find a big one of these once that wasn't complete. I can't quite remember where we found it. I think we found it somewhere in that direction, I think it was, because I seem to remember we discovered that, and then we came sort of south, and that's when we discovered this. But I'm not 100% sure on that, so I may be completely wrong. I've also forgotten the buttons. Okay, so we're looking for that, and I am going to take the Snow Fox. I'm not going to be exploring this island, or at least I don't think I am. I'm going to get off this. I'm going to put that in my inventory. Inventory is very full currently. I should probably actually, yeah, put that on because I'm not going to be going down deep. So we're going to have a look with the sea truck. We're going to take the Snow Fox with us so that we can explore an island if we find one. And we're going to see if we can find out where this communications tower is, which is going to be pretty tricky if there's constantly going to be nasty storms hanging around all the time. But we'll do our best. So I can only imagine that, considering it was described as Island Delta, that there are at least 4 separate islands, what with Delta being the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet. I can only assume there are 4 islands, or 4 primary islands, and it is at the peak of one of them. I would assume it's not at the top of the mountain. Look where you're going. Look where you're going. I would assume it's not at the top of the island with the mountain on it. I would assume it's not there because that seems a very central island. It seems a very major island. It seems like it's the centerpiece of the stage. So I would assume that that is Island Alpha, and that where we're going is a slightly more tertiary island. And it kind of makes sense that it says it's at the peak, because you want a radio tower to be high up, ideally, because you want to minimize atmospheric interference to allow radio transmissions to better move. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be at the top of the mountain. Also, I think we'll be able to see it if we're at the top of the mountain. So I would imagine that it's somewhere else. So I'm going to have a quick look around for the radio tower we encountered a couple of episodes ago, or quite a few episodes ago by now actually, and see what I can find. In the meantime, I'll just be skipping through all of the boring bits. Unless I find something inside. Okay, this is different. This has been like ice cliffs the whole way through, just like sheer ice. This, however, is different. This is rock. This is actual rock instead of ice, which is unfinished by the looks of it. Okay, I may have gone too far around the island.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Hush. Okay, I may have gone a little too far because, yeah, it looks like this is specifically put here in order to prevent you going any further. Yeah, so I'm reckoning I've gone too far around the island. Can I actually use the reversing camera on this thing? Yes, I can. Yeah, it looks, yeah, as you can see, it is just a sheer cliff with nothing there at all. Okay, so that doesn't really help, and the weather has not cleared up even a little bit since I got here, which really is not helping me. So perhaps if we stray away from the edge of the main island towards some of these other outcroppings of rock that I can see hanging around, we might have slightly more success. Okay, this looks promising. It's definitely something here. This might just be the island where we found the greenhouse, but it looks a bit different. I would like to say it looks different, however it's rather difficult to know that it looks any different. Is this just where the greenhouse is? Sheesh, would you look... Would you look at that? Do you see that over there? Do you see that ever so slight green hue? Because I do see a green hue over there. I think that might be some precursor tank. It's probably not the communications tower, because I should imagine the communications tower is a great long cylindrical thing sticking up in the air. But it might be something worth a look. Is this actually anything of consequence? Or was it in reality just a load of weird looking plants that I was mistaking for something of consequence? Oh, I am so sorry you can't see anything. I can't see anything either. Hang on a minute! This is a satellite! Architect artifact! This is a satellite! Oh my Gideon! I cannot see 2 feet in front of my nose. Right, where's the ship? There's the ship. Right, okay. Let's just walk in the direction, and we've either got to... Okay, I was rather hoping we'd fall into some water, if I'm honest. I thought, well, there's 2 things we can land on, ice or water. What are we most likely to fall onto? Is it transpired? Ice. Okay, right. What is this thing? Alien data. Architect tissue. A leather-like tissue sample of alien origin. I don't remember finding it. Oh, come on. Don't get me all excited like that. Oh, sheesh. Can we read anything about this? Purple key. Purple key doesn't say. Likely grown artificially. Cubic appearance suggests it has been cut from a larger deposit. Each cube contains the equivalent of 5 kilotons of TNT. Under right conditions, energy could be released in a controlled manner. Used like batteries, which require a substantial power source to be recharged. Okay, so that's nothing wildly exciting. I want to have a better look at this thing, but I cannot do it if this weather refuses to improve. It is just completely impossible. Let me have another try. Okay, it's hailing, but there is not fog. Fog is the thing I have a problem with. I can deal with all the hail in the universe. Fog, however, is a problem. Okay, so it's got these same sort of patterning that the engravings have. The engravings of their bases and their other structures have this same similar engraving. So I think the precursors and the architects are in reality one in the same. I see. Well, that doesn't really help us with our well, our quest to find this radio transmit tower. Hang on a minute, this isn't... No, it must be. What am I talking about? Is this... This area's been changed. This area wasn't like this before. Where have the cave flowers gone, and why are there these things? Oh, hush. What is this stuff? Hush, hush, hush. It'll make you be quiet. Okay, I came down here because I couldn't remember whether we'd come back down here into this area with the cave flowers with or without the 500-meter depth compensator. I can't remember if we did that or not. It seems like they have drastically redesigned this area, because this area is completely different. Okay, the cave flowers are still here. They're still a thing, they're just in a different area. Either that or this is a different part of the cave that I wasn't in before, and I just by chance happened to stumble across it this time. This is weird though. Makes a bit more sense. It does seem a little bit more sort of organic and natural perhaps. I can't quite put my finger on how, but it does seem that way. Upon further research, what I have discovered is that you actually are not supposed to go to the island. You're not supposed to go to the communications tower at this point, apparently. You're apparently supposed to discover an underground base first, which I was careful not to read anything about, All I know is there is a base which you access via a cave system that is in the massive lily pad area, and this is a cave system that is in the massive lily pad area, so it seemed the most logical course of action to me anyway to come down here. The problem is this cave might go too deep, because this cave, I mean, we're already merely 20 meters behind our maximum depth. So yeah, look, we cannot explore any of this. We cannot go down here. Which tells me this can't be the right cave, unless you're supposed to come up with the bronze suit. Which, again, I do not think is in the game yet. Have I mentioned that already? I can't remember. If I've already said this, then blast. If I haven't, what does it matter? In the last video, I made a comment saying that the prawn suit may not actually be coming into the game. That was a complete error on my part. There is a module for the sea truck which allows the prawn suit to attach to the sea truck so you can carry it around more freely. The prawn suit is going to be in the game. It is not currently in the game. I misspoke. Don't take anything I say seriously because I'm a twit. I can't even find my way out of this cave system. Right, so that little correction done, we can actually get on with exploring this place. Okay, this isn't the only cave system in this area. So there must be, logically, there must be another area where I can enter by another cave system that I can access that will let me find this base. It must be. Right, okay, let me think. If the base is underneath the purple vents, then it would make logical sense that the cave entrance would be near the side where the purple vents are. And I think the purple vents are this way, right? Oh, shut up, nobody cares. Yes. Okay, these are... What under the sun is that? Metal salvage. What under... What? Okay, hang on a minute. Analysis confirms this wreckage is from the Aurora. Outer layers of this material have been oxidized, suggesting it has been heated to over 1200 Celsius. The pattern is consistent with hot disintegration during atmospheric entry. Salvage of intact portions of Altera vessels is prohibited at legal, moral, and technical levels. However, scraps such as these may be reclaimed for titanium content at any Altera fabricator. Okay, never mind what's going on here. Oh, hang. Okay, mind what is going on here. Okay. Let me get my thinking process straight. I was having a thought the other day, in between episodes. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. What under the sun is this? Right, okay, now we can get on with life. I was having a think. So much of the life here is similar to the first Subnautica, right? The peepers, the boomerang fish. So much of it is so similar. And they're aware of the Sea Emperor, which means they've been to the island the first Subnautica game was played on. I've said all that before. Here's the bit I haven't said before. What if we're still on that island? What if we're just on a different part of it? What if... Because this is a water planet, so was the first game. What if this is the same planet, but we're just further north, or, well, further south, I suppose, because it's an equally likely possibility. What if this is just a polar region of that island, and we're still here? What if that is the reality of our situation? That would explain why so much of the life here is so similar. Of course, it's got a similar biosphere, because it's the same place. That would explain a lot of questions if that is the reality of the situation. Could you leave me alone? I am trying to do a thing here. Sorry. Well, watch your... See? There's your culprit right there. I mean, I don't know, that could be complete rubbish, and it could just be that they're, you know, not reusing stuff, but like saving themselves work, I suppose would perhaps be the best description. But, oh my word, this place is massive in here. But I mean, that would answer a lot of questions, right? It would answer an awful lot of questions. And I mean, they may just be reusing the data entry from the old salvage from the previous game. They may just be reusing it here, again, to save time, and then they're going to flesh it out properly later. But what if they're not? What if this... What if we're on the same planet and the Aurora is still on the planet somewhere? Obviously it's in a completely different area that I can't access because it wouldn't make any sense to do that. But what if we're on the same planet? It would answer an awful lot of questions. Okay, this place is absolutely enormous. This ship is massive. Not seeing anything hugely consequential here. Okay, so that's not an access route out, that's just a hole in the wall. Go away. Is there anything here that's really, really important? Like any data downloads, any scannables? Is that just a dinosaur? A dinosaur fish, I'm going to refer to them as for the time being, considering I don't know what their real name is. More doors. Where's the...
30 seconds.
Oh, great. Now look what I've done to myself. Oh, please tell me there's another oxygen plant here somewhere. Please. Oh, gosh. What have I done to myself? What have I done to myself? Where's the truck? Where's the truck? Where is the truck? Oh, gosh. Give me strength. Oh, shut up, Mr. Dinosaur. Nobody cares. Okay, it's just a whale. She's panicking about whales. Right, okay. This ship is massive. There is an enormous amount here. Okay, can I cut through this door? Yes, I can. What's in here? Don't just tell me it's part of the laser cutter. That is just the laser cutter. I've already got the laser cutter. I couldn't have got in here if I didn't have it, could I? Oh, really? I was that close to an oxygen plant and I didn't realise it. Oh my Gideon. Okay, never mind me being a big dummy for a minute. What is this? Parallel processing unit fragment. What under the sun of Jupiter are you talking about? I am so confused. There is so much stuff here, and yet I haven't got a clue what any of it is because I don't have a brain. Okay, it looks like there's another access point there on the left. I mean, this clearly isn't the Aurora, nor is it part of the Aurora. This is clearly... That's just wreckage, right? Yeah, that's just standard wreckage, there's nothing to worry about. I also feel like this might be new. I feel like this would have been in the patch notes if it had come in the Salad Days update, but at the same time I feel like I also would have seen this before had it previously been present here. Either that or I'm just really thick, one or the other. So I don't know. It's just another laser fragment. Water, food, lovely, but to be honest with you, I'd settle for data and blueprints at this point. Okay, so it doesn't look like there is anything of earth-shattering significance here beyond that parallel processing unit thing, which we've only got a third of the data we need for, which is a bit of a shame. Let me see, however, if I can at least see what sort of category it's in with all the other blueprints. Which might give us some sort of a clue. I assume it's an upgrade for something. I don't know what though. Where is it? No, that's not what I want. Parallel processing unit. Okay, it's in with the electronics. So I can only assume it's something that's required for the construction of more advanced stuff. But this ship is enormous. It's massive. There is no way I didn't see this before. This has got to be new. Either that or it's just a testament to how absolutely blind I am. But this is definitely new. It'd be a great source of titanium, I'll give it that. All the wreckage around here keep you stocked for weeks. I can't see any other entrance zones though. Anything that might give us access to like a command area, or a control room, or a barracks even, or an armory, or anything. I would assume this is possibly the bridge. Seems very small for a bridge, in which case I'd assume it's actually some sort of a, I don't know, maybe a phaser array or a communications nodule, I don't know. But this is fascinating. Okay, so that's kind of put our previous objective on the back foot for the moment. I say, red featherfish? It's gorgeous. Right, what's that? Oh, that's just a... It's just... Is it just a Helios? Yeah, it is. It's the very weird looking one. Okay, so that isn't consequential for the time being. We need to find the entrance to this cave that will lead us to this underground base. That's what we've got to find. Okay, this is different. I haven't seen these mushrooms before. Are these special mushrooms? No, they're just normal ones, okay. Well, not scannable. Doesn't really translate into normal. Okay, we're gonna find the city of the Gungans, apparently. It's a jellyfish with a whole ecosystem inside it. Vent Garden. That is not how I would name it. But then again, I'm not a scientist. What is this thing? Can I go inside this? No, I can't. Okay. Indigenous life. What is this thing? So it's a plant, I assume? Or is it a creature? Get rid of that. No, not that. I don't want geological data, do I? Indigenous life forms. Flora. Land. No, sea. Don't tell me this thing's a... This thing isn't a creature, is it? Where is it? Oh my Gideon, it's a creature. It's not a plant. This is a living creature. Oh my Gideon, this thing is an animal. Well, I mean, obviously, look at it. Of course it's an animal. Honestly, something so stupid though. Oh, hang on a minute. You're not... You're a featherfish, but you're a different type of featherfish. Yes, you're different. You're like a red one. Yeah, you're a red one instead of a pinky purple one. Okay, so they seem to situate themselves underneath the heat vents and then bring... What? Can I go up here? I'm sorry, I have no words. I have no words, yet I must speak. I cannot even begin to describe... I flew down up that thing's windpipe. I am so confused. Whatever's making that noise can frankly shut up, because I'm honestly not interested. Okay, so they situate themselves above these thermal vents in order to collect heat, and then they bring in water which presumably has oxygen in it, in order to have this whole ecosystem operating inside them. And this presumably is where their brain is, if they've even got one. Oh, and they've got eyes. Whoa, I'm getting pushed up. Okay, that's a new one. Oh, I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I'm going up a bit. I see, so that's kind of excreting some sort of high temperature or pressure or something that's pushing me away. I see, fascinating. Is there only one of these? Or are there more hanging around here? Because we've never been to this area before. I'm glad to see my old pal, Mr. Grab Your Sea Truck and Rip It to Shreds is still here. That's lovely to know. I see something down there. I don't know what this is though. Thermal plant. Ah. Oh, hush. Hush, 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 hush. Okay, so that's a power generation unit that works off temperature. So I could build a base in the thermal vents and be able to power my base purely off heat. I see. Oh wow, there's like magma down there. Got a new piece of music as well. This is fascinating. This is absolutely fascinating. I do not have words to tell you how weird this is. Honestly, I don't know words in the English language to tell you what this is. Tree spire? Oh my word. And look at its feet! It's got big red socks on. This is fantastic. This is amazing. This is unbelievable. I cannot describe that. Well, I don't need to describe it. You can see. I don't know why I'm bothering to describe something you can see. What are that? What are that? Good grammar, Phil. Unscannable is the answer. Oh, man alive. What are these developers on? What do they take? What do they do to make themselves this creative in order to be able to dream up this stuff? How did they think up? I know, let's have a Leviathan life form that's a massive jellyfish and it's got a windpipe underneath it you can swim in, and then there's a whole garden inside. How do human beings come up with ideas like that? I didn't think it was physically possible. Oh wow, this is amazing. I really want to explore this lavary magma stuff. Oh wow, it's hot down here. It's like 40 degrees. 50 degrees. Oh, shit. Okay, so there's a lot of thermal plant fragments down here, which I don't really need, given the fact that I need 2. That looks like a complete... Well, that isn't anything special, is it? That's just a standard fragment. Yeah, that's just another thermal plant fragment. That's just another one. Oh, okay, this is apparently a different one. Oh, so the tree spires and the thermal vents are not the same thing. The tree spires do produce thermal activity, but not in the same way. They are not the same life form. They're not the same geological structure. I see. Well, I don't, because I don't understand. But I see. I say, aha, a PDA. This one will be able to scan. That much I can guarantee. What's that? It's bent. Is the answer to that question. Okay, I had 1 minute of air in the tank. Back then I could go another 3 when what I had in my lungs. So I had 4 minutes to kill the Reaper, minus a few to get back to the surface. It ain't like... I cannot read today. It ain't that I like killing folks. It's just something... Just sometimes what you need is on the other side of someone else's ribcage. I want to question when's when. Reading accents is difficult in text. Okay, just forgive me. So we fought, neither of us was going to give up. Once she was dead, I made it to the surface. I caught my breath. I realised I'd come out further than I thought. No landmarks, no life, just seabed, just ocean. I was out in the void further than I'd ever been before, and the current was carrying me out to sea. Okay. She referenced a Reaper, which, if you played the original Subnautica, sorry to be constantly referencing it, but if you did, you will know what a Reaper is. if you don't know what a Reaper is, imagine the worst thing in the history of the universe that you can possibly imagine, make it enormous, and make it scream at you, and you've basically got what a Reaper is. Okay, is there any way to go further down here or not? There's an absolute ton of lithium here, which is fantastic. If I ever need any lithium ever again, this is where I'm coming for it. Let me just keep looking for a moment, just to see if there's anything else here. Wow, it's 70 degrees here. There's just rubies and uranium and lithium everywhere. This place is a gold mine. Only not for gold. A metaphorical gold mine, not a literal one. Wow, that is impressive. Okay. Wow, this is just wild. There must be more here. This must be more. There must be more here. Oh, finally, a nice open area with nothing murderous in it. Makes me think it's a trap. I'm not actually going to go in there because there might be a trap. I don't know. Might be a creature that can pretend its mouth is a cave system. I don't know. More tech? More something. Hello, Mr. Fish. Oh, it's my penguin. Boxes. Anything here of consequence? No, just a spy penguin fragment. What's that? Data chip. Snowstalker attack. Oh, that's not finished yet. That's not finished yet. That's not finished yet. Dag now, but nothing's finished yet. Ah! This is the trouble with playing an early access game. There's so much stuff that there's so much juicy meat you want to get in. What? Looks like Sam was spying on the gardener. Okay. Why am I spying on somebody? I'm so confused. There's so much juicy meat here I want to get my teeth into, but I can't. It's not finished yet. I want to explore though. Oh, it's still deeper than I can go. This isn't fair. This is not fair. Just to check, I have got the Mark III thing, right? I never made the Mark III. You are yanking my chain. I am not this dumb, am I? Yes, they're both called featherfish, but they're visually different. Don't. Oh no, it's alright. I didn't make it because I couldn't make it because I didn't have the nickel. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. Sheesh. Sorry, I was about to absolutely kick myself in the teeth for that, if that had been the case. If I had been able to make it and I never had. What is that? Prawn suit torpedo arm fragment. Okay, so when I said it's not in the game yet, I may again have been wrong about my theories about the whole prawn suit thing. Okay, so we've got to... Look at that, it's just nothingness. It's just pure, unadulterated nothingness the whole way down. A bit like a debate on the internet. Sorry. I mean, that was accurate, but it wasn't funny. Oh, go up. There we go. Okay, let me... Okay, just schools of fishes. Nothing dangerous down here that we have so far observed. Okay, let me scan this. What's that? A rock grub. Hello. You are very small. A small, luminescent scavenger, roughly thumb-sized. This creature may be a distant relative of the sand shark, sharing its species' usual limbs, segmented exoskeleton, and burrowing behaviour. A harmless creature. It's kind of cute. Can I eat it? No. Okay, I feel that is a good thing. I don't want to eat this little rock crab. It's far too small and cute. Okay, I'm just curious. This doesn't have a nickel in it, does it? No, this is just a standard limestone, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if we're ever going to go deep enough in order to find nickel, but I would assume that eventually, well, propulsion arm fragment? There is so much weird stuff down here. I doubt we're going to find a whole prawn suit down here, but I mean, this is encouraging. This is encouraging. If we're looking for an underwater base, and oh, there's a rock puncher down there. If we're looking for an underwater base, and is that another arm? Yes, it is. And there's Altera Tech down here. That implies that there have been people down here, because this stuff couldn't have fallen down here. This stuff has been brought down here without a doubt. So we must be nearing the base anyway. I don't know where the base is. I don't know how far down it is. So we're just gonna have to wait and see, I suppose. Lithium. What is that? Kyanite. Oh, this was a material in the previous game. We only found it very deep underground. Blue crystal forms at high temperatures, high pressure, resistant to heat, making valuable components in the thermal power reactor. Okay, we'll collect a bit of this then. I don't know how useful the thermal power reactor will be, considering our base is not situated in a hot area. Which perhaps isn't surprising in a game called Below Zero, but never mind. Okay, so that means we are getting to the deeper resources. You are freaky looking creatures. I never took a good look at you before, but you are wild. You've got a weird looking strut going for you as well. Okay, we'll keep looking around here. I can't guarantee how much of this we'll be able to explore, but we will look around and see what else we can find. Okay, is this the other part of the... No, this is just a propulsion fragment. Okay, this isn't the... This isn't the... What? Oh, is this pure kyanite? Large crystalline structure. Yes, this must be pure kyanite. That must be what this is a fragment of. Presumably chipped off by the rock punchers. I see. This is beautiful. What is that with its bulbous green belly? I say, this place is incredible. Ah, I would kill for a prawn suit. Scoot? I would kill for a prawn scroot. It sounds like some sort of a weird delicacy. Okay, let me bring the sea truck a little bit closer, just as close as I can. And yeah, no, I am not leaving that creature down here. I am going to investigate. I don't care if it kills me. In fact, I'm going to save in case it does kill me. I am having a look at that creature. I don't even care if I drown in the process. I am going to look at that creature. Okay, is this a new arm or is this the same arm? No, it looks like the torpedo arm. Yeah, we did complete the torpedo arm. I'll just collect this. That'll probably be enough of that stuff, I reckon. That's probably all we're going to need, I should imagine. This is gorgeous. Just the bright colours. Oh, gosh. What are you? You're enormous. Shadow Leviathan! Hello! I want to scan you. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I really don't. Okay, so that's how you say hello to the Shadow Leviathan. I cannot get back to the sea truck now. It left my snow fox down there as well. I'm not having that. Sorry, I'm going to, I don't care if people think it's cheating. I'm going to load back the save to where it didn't die. Okay, so at least we learned its name, and it was a simple enough name that I could read it for once in my life. Okay, that is crazy. The Shadow Leviathan. So that wasn't a green underbelly I saw. It's got like this big hole in its chest, and it just swims up to stuff, grabs it, and just shoves it inside itself. I've met some people like that. Sorry. I will stop insulting the people of my local townships. That is wild. That is absolutely insane. I just wish I could go further. I don't know if this is where Nickel is. I would assume not. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you need the prawn suit to get it, but I bet a nickel would solve all my troubles at this point. Okay, so we're back here. We're back with our sea truck, which we are still carrying the snow fogs. Yeah, because I am not willing to lose the sea truck and the snow fogs and rebuild all of those resources. So, we've said hello to Mr. Shadow Leviathan, and he's not a nice man. He's a very mean man that likes to shove you inside himself without even buying us dinner first, which frankly goes against all of my etiquette as an English gentleman. So, yeah, these are just standard rock outcroppings. What's that? Oh, that's copper. Okay, if that had been nickel, I would have cried my eyes out. Okay, so let me just check these arms that we've got, if I can ever find them. Yeah, here we are. Vehicle upgrades, torpedo arm, propulsion cannon. Okay, so those don't require nickel. They're not expecting you to have nickel by that point. Because if the prawn suit requires you to have nickel, then obviously the sea truck is enough to get it. If, however, you don't need it, then that doesn't rule out that possibility. What is this? A curl plant. Wow. Just the visuals of this place are fantastic. Is the Shadow Leviathan a unique creature? Or are there many? Are there many such monstrosities down here? There's ribbon plants down here? Why would you come down here to make a battery? That's just not sensible. Imagine if I built a base down here. That'd be incredible, wouldn't it? It'd be a bit pointless considering it would take forever to move the resources, but... wow. This is incredible. Again, I just wish I could explore more of it. I wish I could show you this, because it's right here. We're on the cusp. But I can't do it, because I don't have any nickel. I'll keep exploring on foot as best I can. Well, on foot, with the sea glide as best I can, because... weirdly, a human body doesn't have... isn't pressure sensitive, and yet this ship is, which doesn't make any sense. I'm also running severely low on water, which is going to be the next thing that drives me out of this cave system, but this is incredible. This is just incredible. More copper, I assume. Yeah. Not that it would matter, even if it was nickel, because I don't have the stuff to get it out. I didn't bring the thumper with me, I left it at home. You still down here, kid? So I want to explore. Yeah, you're still down there. Okay. Let me just have a little look. Just see if I can see anything else. How aggressive is he? Is he gonna like bite my bum off or something? I'm not! Okay, he's aggressive. He's very, very aggressive, and he's very territorial. He doesn't like you coming anywhere near his patch. What's that? Okay, that's just more crystal. Sheesh. Oh, gosh. Would she go away? I'm not even doing nothing. Oh, gosh, where's my truck? Whoa, it's his tail, it's his tail, it's his tail. Oh, sheesh. Oh, God. Don't eat me, please. I'm just a little fish. Oh, shit. Man, that was an experience and a half. He didn't even scream. No wonder he's called the Shadow Leviathan. He should be called the Jolly Sneaky Leviathan. Oh, I so want to scan him. I feel like if they were going to put a data entry in for anything down here, it would be him. Just as a reward for being stupid enough to try. Mind you, if he's so big, he won't. Like, the reason he couldn't get me is because I was up in the crystals. Maybe if I can sort of hide here in the crystals, then maybe I can get close enough to him to keep a little scan on him. Oh gosh, am I gonna die again? Am I die? Yeah, I'm gonna die. Give me a minute, I'll come back in a second. Okay. We'll just have one more little look. Just see if there's anything else here that could possibly be important. What about on the far side of this? How about, Phil, you suicidal maniac, how about instead of going towards the great big enormous creature that wants to murder your face, how about instead you go in the opposite direction? While still exploring, like a person with a brain would do. Why didn't you do that? Oh yeah, that's right, 'cause you haven't got a brain. You're talking to yourself. Ah, you're a freaking creature. You're different as well? No, you're just another red one, okay. See, that goes back up again. That isn't nickel, is it? No, that looks more like lead or titanium. Yeah, titanium. See, it goes back up. If the sea truck could survive long enough, I could maybe bring it down and around, then bring it up on the other side. I just don't think it's going to survive that long. Unless I'd like somebody else tagging on behind me, repairing it as I went along, I honestly do not think it would survive that long. I mean, I could try. I don't want to try, but I could try. And you know what? Just for the sake of it, I'm going to try. Just because apparently I haven't been stupid enough today, I need to be yet more stupid and actually try and see if I can manage this.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull
Is this a
damage
dumb
imminent.
idea? Possibly not. This might be doable. Like, it's going to be by the absolute skin of our sea truck's teeth. It might be doable. Oh, sheesh, when Phil sets his mind to doing something, it's evidently a really dumb idea, but somehow he manages it. I don't know how I'm managing to survive any of this, you know, I really do not. Oh, sheesh. Okay, where are we? How far along did we manage to get? Because I can only assume like there's two sides to this cave, and you can enter from like the east or the west, for example. Maybe. And I've come in one way, and now by going underneath there, I've managed to enter in the other way, which might lead us to another PDA, going sort of back upwards. Possibly, I'm not sure. What's that? Is that anything of consequence? Nope. Nothing important at all. Actually, I should check how much, just in case I did want to build this thermal plant, how much kyanite am I going to need? None. Okay, I'm confused. I thought it said kyanite was required for the creation of the thermal plant, but apparently it's not. Okay, maybe it's used in the production of a different kind of thermal device. Something else, perhaps. Maybe an upgrade for the prawn suit or something. I seem to remember the prawn suit had a an upgrade for recharging its power cells off of heat sources. So possibly it's talking about that. I don't know. Yeah, look, we're coming back up to the purple vents again. Yes. I also feel like I might have been here before. In this particular cave, I mean. Like, I might have come down here in order to get some gel sacks at some point, and I had a look down there. This was before, obviously, I'd gotten the depth compensators. And I probably saw that and thought, oh, there's no way I can go down there, but in reality I could have. Is this a module I've already got or not? Probably. It looks like the docking module to me. Yep. Which is the thing that proves the prawn suit is in the game. Or is going to be in the game, anyway. Sorry, I'm a little tiny bit on edge. This is different. This is new. This is consequential. Okay, that isn't. That's just a pillar. That's just a post. That's of no matter whatsoever. Okay, so this is another one of these, which is nice because it gives me a better opportunity to look at it because I couldn't in the last one because of all the dinosaurs. But that is definitely the spine of a creature, isn't it? That's like its rib cage, that's its spine. This looks like possibly its bonds. Okay, well, let me scan this, presumably because I scanned the other one up top. But this is different. This is a facility. I say, ooh, good, a cube. I need one of these to build a recyclotron. I'll have that, thank you kindly. I see. So there's nothing to scan here. There's no data downloads, which is a bit of a shame. There's no data downloads, but it is interesting. It is still a very interesting set of circumstances, as it tells me that again these precursors, or these architects, or whatever they're called, were again quite widespread on this area of the island, which again, going back to my theory of this being the same island, which I mean, I should emphasise, I am not proposing that this is some groundbreaking new theory that nobody has ever come up with before and I'm the smartest person in the universe. Absolutely not. The chances are, when they say at the beginning of the game, oh, we're going to be landing on planet 4524B, or whatever another son of the planet's called, whatever its designation is, because I'm terrible at remembering a series of random numbers, which is why I keep forgetting my PIN number. It might be that the point of that is to say we are on the same island. That it's always meant to be the same island. That was never meant to be a secret. That was never meant to be something you discovered. That was just meant to be a very simple fact of life. And I'm only figuring it out now because I was so dense I didn't figure it out earlier, which is entirely plausible. I should emphasise that right from the start. I'm not saying this is some amazing theory, I'm just saying it is a distinct possibility that I have come up with. Okay, so it looks like we're coming back out onto the surface. What's that? Last time I saw something like that, it turned out to be a ship. Yes, see, this is the ship we found the first time around. Yes, this is the ship we found the first time around. Which is not the ship we found earlier today. Oh, shut up. Yes, which is this cave system that we found before. This is where I saw the first gel sacks. What is that? That is not anything I've seen before. Yes, it is something I've seen before. It's something I've already got. Okay. I think we didn't achieve our the objectives that we set ourselves out to do, but we did achieve a lot. Let me just mark where this is in my brain. So we haven't achieved the objectives that we set ourselves out to do in the first place. However, what we have done is discover an absolute load of wild stuff from that enormous ship, which I still don't think I've explored all of yet. It's just so hard to know. Excuse me. Do you have any idea the horrors that I have witnessed down there? No, you don't. You don't either. You're probably bigger than the Shadow Leviathan. I'm not even interested. The Shadow Leviathan is far scary. All you do is bite me. That thing tried to push me into its chest cavity. Well, then tried to grab me and shove me into its centralized butthole. I am honestly not interested in whatever it is you guys are trying to scare me with. Honestly. You're like a parent wearing a slightly weird mask trying to scare Stephen King. It just don't work this way. Okay. We've seen some scary stuff. We didn't find the communications tower, nor did we find the base. However, those will be our objectives for the next couple of episodes, I imagine, until we possibly find the blueprints of the prawn suit, in which case I'll obviously produce that so that we can carry on exploring, and I'll make the docking module so that we can bring it with us. So for the time being, that will be our main objective, to find this communications tower, wherever it is, to find this base. I may look up some slightly clearer directions for the base, or at least find out what depth it's at, because if it's beyond 500 meters, then obviously there's no way I can access it. But we'll look round, we'll see if we can find it, because that base and that communications tower would be very important bits, and I think, oh hush, I think they're also relevant to the story. They're not just, oh, here's the thing with a new type of room you can build or something. It is much more consequential than that. It is actually parts of the story, which would be great because we haven't actually seen an awful lot of story yet, beyond sort of the bits we've discovered ourselves and trying to figure out what's actually going on here. But in terms of actually getting back and telling our sister that we're still alive and we are not completely 100% dead, we have not made much progress. So that is what we're going to do in future episodes. We'll find the base, we'll find the communications tower, we'll get into the greenhouse, and we will do good stuff. But until then, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been fun. I hope it's been exciting. Sorry for screaming my head off the entire way through. I really do apologise for that. But thank you for joining me. Take care of each other, and good night.